Really looks a second crack, and he's got a chance here against Graham.
Big smothered. Dangerous place to turn the footy over here. The Blues might be away.
In half, some pressure building on Melbourne. Melbourne have got really messy with their ball use.
Mark, terrific result. It's been fantastic coming back. Just a couple of seasons with the knee recos, and been fantastic this year. Setterfield at half-back. Pitternet rises. Menegola caught on the kick. Rowan hasn't had a lot of it yet, and handball found Simpson. Caught though, gang tackled. Rowan gets it back again. Now he's caught. Sessions from the restart. Ball sits on Pitternet's head. Got it down to Cripps though. Fantastic. Setterfield. Hard. Yep. Doherty in the meantime comes up with it. Danger still has hardly moved. Kerno pokes it inside 50 to Martin. Fisted it down to Guthrie. Just off the bench and fresh. Kick not good though. Race on.
Great move. Franklin have achieved that feat.
They were white hot at the start of last week.
Setterfield's pushed hard in the middle of the ground. Beautiful kick. Now they're out.
Then missed with the handball. Shield came through. He's
not able to train for a few days, so really unusual preparation. This is Gibbons, who is a goal kicker. He's within range. He's going to take the mouth guard out and go back and have a set shot.
He's had a good night. Forward half player, 20 disposals.
15 gone.
The Blues have been manhandled in that centre square.
Almost a throw. Martin, Setterfield. Neat little kick out.
Plowman forced to go. You can see they're trying here, Brian, to get things moving, aren't they?
They are indeed. Setterfield does just that. Now Nugget, Simpson dropped the ball. Little one, Setterfield goes out wide. Now Martin's mark.
Hands out to Phil. Kicks to the top of the goal square. Carlyle at the back. McGovern down to Setterfield. Setterfield wobbles at home. The Blues are coming a little, aren't they?
Involvement, and even as a forward, he's able to bring other people into the game, and it's Setterfield a shot on goal which he converts. But his importance to this Carlton side, because he is so creative, whether he's in the centre of the ground or up forward, it means it results in goals. And
well, to bring that ball to the ground.
Say, BT, didn't you see me last
I
week?
saw it, Charlie, but I just think that had a niche.
Crashed into Geary and won the ball. Gibbons gets it out. Setterfield kicks his. Yes, he does. Kicks his second.
have a look at Carlton in this third quarter. 19-3, 13 contested possession, 70% forward half, 5-2 in the clearances that have come out to play. It started with Patrick Cripps, but Jack Martin, a fantastic contest.
Dump back down to Setterfield. Caught, crunch from behind by Lipinski. Just read it better than everybody else.
Been in great marking form this year, predominantly up the other end of the ground. And his kicking form's been red hot too.
Bruce nudged out. Lipinski had it, but they had him. Game 100, drives it down the line. Mackay, second grab, nearly grabbed the second grab, but Setterfield was there for it anyway. Murphy, Setterfield, top of the square, Martin, awesome! How good was that?
Really clever body work and sticky hands in the conditions. It just took the weight off at Setterfield.
It's a good mark at the back though, he's a very clever player. Put it to grass, caught, threw it out. Back to the man who gave it to him. He's gang tackled and dragged down. They come at him. They fix the handball to Vandermeer. Sold the dummy beautifully. Kick smothered though. Setterfield.
Have to clunk a few early. Hasn't been able to so far, but the Blues steady. And he ends up with the football and they can go again. And Setterfield kept his head. He went to McGovern. He just rolls with it, and that's why Levi. With his body, but good to see him getting some continuity about his footy right now. Setterfield goes for Mackay. Lyons, Butters, Houston, ball ups. Setterfield with a setup. Nunes, the former Saint. He's now a Blue. And he's feeling it right now.
Anything can happen. It's just a great releasing handball. Just seagulling around the edge there, just waiting for the opportunity to come.
Not sure I've seen too many higher goals kicked than that either from that distance out.
Well, it's a great setup though, isn't it? It's a perfect position to be in to receive that handball.
Disposal was good and a couple of experience.
What you don't want at the Gabba also is shallow turnovers, because it's just easy accessible to the other end of the ground.
You can see how close the 50-metre arcs are to the centre square, can't you? So if you can get those good long direct kicks, you can go from one end to the other very, very quickly.
Out. It was Cripps. It was all under duress. Setterfield, what a touch it was. And now Martin.
And Tarrant was desperately trying to get there as well, and in the end...
Yeah, you get tackled there by Josh. He just kept the ball moving, and they found themselves with some time and space forward of the ball.
Kennedy up to meet it. Quick give to Setterfield. They're off in pursuit, but attacking play again.
And they're getting it moving. They're going forward with positive intent, and they're hitting their targets.
You just can't get a good read on it. So that handball received there, a lot of the time defenders think you might be going long because you're in that unfamiliar or that uneasy territory, and that's when those lead-up options open up.
One of the big issues for North Melbourne is they're on the back foot from the start. It's 11-2, the clearances.
Through the legs, it was nutmeg Goldstein that time. The handballs continue. That was a ripper, and Walsh summed it up. He knew what he could do across the body.
Hand pass here that just opens up the play and gives Walsh every opportunity.
Goldie wouldn't love the replays that went between his legs, but opportunities into goals so far. Anderson, Donald first, Setterfield, Pollock suddenly found the footy near him. Cunningham pounced, and he is a long kick of the footy. Is he a straight kick this time? Oh yes, he is.
So many players have been fumbling when the ball's been down. He gets a nice little bounce when it comes his way, but he just handles it so cleanly.
Just that agility right from when you mark the ball. You never know what's behind you, so if you can have that step.
Callum Moore, looks like he's really flying nicely for the ball so far.
We showed a bit ice.
MP came full charge, as you saw, seen off by Curnow. Deep ball, 3 against 1. So those Blues at ground level everywhere. Setterfield, and Nunes has done it again. With Moore and Sicily, Betts somehow sends it on away again, and they'll be getting nervous back there. The Hawks, is that holding the ball? Oh, Nunes has kicked a goal. Pay the advantage. He's got another one. So he's cracking in right to the end. Patrick Cripps again. He plays on and gets himself into some trouble.
Tackle pressure. There's Yo. Speaking of strength around the midfield, he's a powerhouse thing, isn't he? Threw it away. Back to Cripps. This is Jamie.
That's holding the ball.
So they let that one go. Oh, no.
Carlton, thank you.
Free kick. And he went over the top to Shuey, taking the full 360 up by let it go.
Sacrificing themselves. Here's Setterfield out of the pack. Good looking kick. There's the response for the Blues. Something out of nothing. And back within a kick.
In tight, that's where Carlton want the ball coming in this early stages of this quarter. Take away some of the influence of the West Coast mids. Got it in tight. And then great play by Setterfield. Fantastic snap under pressure. That's the thing that can build confidence.
Forward. Move Setterfield off the ground. We've done battle all night out in the space where Chera's going to run onto it.
Everything stopped. Setterfield. A hand to it. Setterfield stepped through.
He did well. Brought it to the ground. Fisher. Another good little handball. Setterfield.
Kennedy out the back. Setterfield. What's he got ahead of him? That's what he's got ahead of him. Here with the Blues. Setterfield. Now Cripps.
Murphy over the top. Setterfield in that back pocket. Good kick. It's the corridor and attacking at Mackay. Dinky little kick by Setterfield and Gibbons.
Wiedering, and these guys have been cleaning up on half back and really haven't let anything through yet. Setterfield now waiting for something to transpire. Eventually Noon's got a break, and
the Carlton guys are just saying good luck if you kick it from there.
So Pitton at front spot. Setterfield De Koning, good mark. Very strong hips, just rushes Ellis aside and gets it out to Setterfield at centre wing. So the Blues to mount an attack here.
Yep, and they started from the wing here. It was corridor. They love that area, and tonight they're stop and slow.
Yep, exactly. And it's not all footy because he lit up the SANFL a bit before that, a moment ago too, in that passage of play. He started it off. There he is there.
Throw. I wonder why it's not ruled as a throw. Butterick. There's been a lot of throws that have gone uncalled this year. The advantage was paid. Doherty goes.
Search for it. Improvised a bit. Good hands, Setterfield. Gibbons talk about selling candy and kicking a beauty.
Earlier they're looking directly into the sun.
Setterfield quickly forward. Here's a chance out the back. Eddie Betts on his left. Eddie!
Mentioned earlier that Maynard and Chris like to kick the footy. We had a free kick off the ball here.
Take the ball there.
Koning went looking for Gibbons. Oscar Elliott involved in the tackle from Gibbons. Walsh. Curnow squeezes the ball through. Terrific to Setterfield.
De Koning probably got the better of it.
So too Cripps gets rid of a couple of Blues tacklers. Can he get rid of the third? Setterfield was desperate and got his man.
Setterfield. Hold there, stay out.
Goal kicker involved again. Still hunting at Martin. The ball bobbling around. It ends up getting out to Dow. Good result. Paddy Dow.
All of those inside 50s down the other end. Giants waste a few chances. They go in. Third entry. Second goal in front. So you just got to make the most of your dominance in ground position.
A strange one. We'll talk about it in a moment.
Williams, and that's dangerous. Setterfield.
Fire. So just get around him, and if he doesn't mark it, it's probably going to come to the front at the moment.
I've played against you for a number of years, Richo. You wouldn't have been that polite.
Setterfield. Little wide ball here to Martin. Hoisted in the average of 18 metres. Mumford shot out the handball to Hopper. Setterfield doing well in heavy traffic. Ball at the moment doing a good job. Hopper with a little win there. Won't be enough though. Setterfield tidies it up.
Have GWS now got a bit of a stranglehold.
When the game's getting away from you, you've got no other choice, BT.
Yep.
Hold there, play on.
Here's Setterfield. Still not out of the Blues' grasp by any means.
Dawson. Simpson does beautifully at ground level. Pull the trigger on the kick. Simpson's prepared to. Rowbottom missed everything. Setterfield with a second straight clearance.
Side here, they're away, unless it's a bad kick.
Oh, Setterfield does well. Stands his ground. Carlton searching for that goal before three-quarter time to really instill some hope. They trailed this one by 39 points at one stage.
That's going to separate the two teams.
Here, Parker using similar strength. Florent. What a tussle it's been. Metricon, Parker stripped of the footy. Alir goes mid-air. Now Rowbottom. By hand to Clark. Loops it forward to Reed. Parker's there. Dawson needs to get rid of it in a hurry. Does. Fox! Also just cleared it by foot. Side 50, they'll get an opportunity through Parker. Setterfield's got him. Kennedy shrugs a tackle once, twice. Desperation time on the clock. It runs down. The Blues have come and won.
Casbolt in the ruck against O'Brien. Matt Crouch tried to manufacture a handball, but it was holding the ball.
Yep, and Paddy Crouch yet to touch the ball in this game.
Setterfield stolen by Gibbons. Loops it inside. Setterfield outside of the boot. They get one. And they're on the march back.
It's a nice finish by Setterfield. Repeat entry allowed that to unfold. They had to fight and scrap for this. They've worked hard, the Blues, throughout the last couple of minutes in terms of contest. At least it looked like Adelaide were going to get away once again. The numbers around the ball, but Gibbons was the one who had to fight amongst 3 or 4. He did it well. He put enough pressure on, and a smart release handball.
Well, that's the good news for the Adelaide Crows, the Carlton Football Club kicking their first goal. The bad news is Sam Doherty has been ruled out for the day with that right calf injury.
I'm talking about they want to run through the midfield and be stronger in the contest. Going wide with your ball just isn't going to...
He's been pushed forward, now he's been pushed back into the middle. Hand off to Plowman. Stengel hammered, got the kick away. Adam couldn't mark it. Jones raked it in, now he's caught and had an eternity. Setterfield.